Let me provide some background what I wanted to integrate into this fable and tell my children about. Because this fable is, of course, about biology, but it's more than biology. In the first place, it's about economics. This fable is explaining how we can have a different economic model. How can we use everything we have? How can we generate value? And when we use the word strongest tree, actually behind it, I want to say that they are resilient. And resilience is a difficult word. Resilience means that when there are bad times, you know how to take care of yourself and your family. And so I'm using the strongest tree because it's an easier language to be understood by children. But, as we grow up, we know that being strong means being resilient. And resilience means that you have the stamina and the capacity to take, care of things around you. And this economy is actually a zero waste economy. Because whatever is waste is not considered waste anymore, because whatever I do not need, says the tree, will be taken care of by the others. So the first message is a very fundamental message about how we design a new economic model. And the new economic model is nothing new. It is the way nature has been operating for millions of years. The second thing, though, is that we have to consider our lifestyle. I want to be the strongest, and I want to be the most beautiful, and I want to be... Yes, but you cannot say I without including we. And we includes quite a few of them that we do not know very well, of we haven't really figured out what role they play. And maybe we do not have to understand everything that they're doing for us, but they're doing great things for us. So while we do not know how our leaves are converted to humus and a rich soil for us, we know that rich soil is very important, and maybe we do not understand how the droppings of the bird is giving nutrition to the rainwater, which has no minerals. All of a sudden we know that without the birds, our water that we need around our roots to grow is actually not so good as with the birds. So the birds play a very important role, not just spreading our seeds, but also leaving the droppings behind. And this intricacy, this kind of interrelationship, this interconnectedness, this system that is evolving around us gets more and more specialized and more dedicated and much more diverse and much more resilient. So we can look at, in the first place, the macroeconomic, the economic model. But then second, we see that this is an opportunity to understand how we can contribute to strengthening that economy by going from the me to the we. But the third element that is so critical is that sometimes we just don't take the time to understand our feelings. Oh yeah, because the tree says it, it really doesn't like the earthworm, and it could chase all the earthworms away, but why doesn't it like the earthworm? And if we don't ask ourselves the question why we don't like someone or something, then we may be losing many great opportunities to live happy together and do more together. And the question is very much embedded in the story when the tree is saying, I do not know what is head or tail. And if you don't know, why haven't you asked? Why didn't you confess to the earthworm and say, sorry, I have no clue what is your head or tail. Could you explain me once and for all? And this opportunity to engage with those that we don't understand. And because we don't understand them, we call them ugly. Isn't that a pity? We are actually the ugly ones because we should have taken the time to understand who they are. And of course, the looks are very different from what we're used to. But to me, in this story about the strongest tree helps us be better persons as well by asking questions to those we don't understand very well. That's the strongest tree.